How's it? This is Isaac Box, just your friendly neighborhood multi-dimensional being showing up authentic, raw, messy, and beautiful. This will find the people that it's supposed to find. Love you. Hello, Isaac Box here, just your friendly neighborhood multi-dimensional being. Another Tuesday, hanging out on my back lanai. Check it out while we wait for some people to show up. This is, I love that over there. That's my sauna and ice bath. Just a fabulous back lanai. Let's see my altar there. No, can't see it. Oh, well, back around 360, right back where we started. You ever feel like that? Like you just keep doing 360s and you're back where you started? Maybe you are. But think about this perception. Maybe you're doing a 360, but each time you come back around, you're at a higher frequency. Ooh, check this out. Pigs. Pigs. I wonder if I caught them. Did you catch the pigs? They're out kind of early today. They usually start coming around evening time, and I have some wild kitties. Well, technically not too wild, but they don't have a home. You know how it is over here. And feed those guys, and I got to make sure the pigs don't get it, because they like to come right after the sun sets and try to eat all the cat food. And the reason I actually feed the cats right before the sun sets, or right before it gets dark after the sun is set, is because the chickens eat all the damn cat food, so I discovered. And you would think a cat, well, you know a cat would fuck up a chicken. But the cats give the chickens wide berth. They really just let them do their thing. And I figured it out. It's because chickens are really stupid. They're not so stupid, but they just don't give a fuck. And so they will attack the cats. And so the cats can kill the chicken, but instead of fighting a chicken, because you can get injured, you can get scratched, you can get infected, you could die. So why fight the chicken? Kind of like, I guess, like the honey badger and the bear, right? Or the honey badger and the lion. They kind of leave that fucker alone. He's only 30 pounds, but he can take a chunk out of their skin and they can end up dying. So they just leave him alone. So I got to feed the cats after the sunset, right before it gets dark, to avoid the chickens. And now I got to make sure that I watch out for wild pigs. So kind of fun. Living in the jungle, baby. So anyways, I forgot to do my my tag here at everyone. So if you're watching the replay, you know what the deal is. Isaac usually takes a couple of minutes here. Yes, I'm talking to myself in the third person, replying to myself as well. Reply. Bing, bing. Okay. So, I'm not really sure sometimes. I have this whole week of just amazing uploads. And I'm a different person than I was last week. Really am. Different person than I was this morning. I just received these codes, and it's just my DNA changes, my cell changes, timelines change, pop, personality. I'm in a new personality every day. Who's this guy? What does this guy like to do? Oh, I love my soda water. Sometimes it's so refreshing. And I just have these amazing moments and these revelations, these realizations throughout the week. And then 5 o'clock comes and I go, man, what am I going to talk to these guys about? It's so funny. It's been happening for the last 6 weeks. What am I going to talk to these guys about? What do you want to talk about? What does the collective want to talk about? Jenny Adams, there she is. I'm just talking to myself, about myself, with myself. Figuring out what I'm going to talk to you guys about. Anything you want help with, anything you're curious about, feel free to shoot a comment and ask. I really like that, by the way. Questions are great, and I love conversations. It always sparks information, and my soul shares it very well on these lives. But until then, I was just saying that I'm waiting to see exactly what it is you guys are asking to hear today. Okay, this is fun. I was thinking this might be what we would talk about, and let's just stay curious about this. See, this is the thing. It's staying curious. You guys ever wonder, like, kind of the whole thing with science and like, this has been proven and this is a fact and this is the way things are and this is history and this is a fact of history and this is what happened, and everyone's so sure about these things. I'm not so sure about anything. I'm not so sure about anything. I'm not so sure about anything I've been told. I'm not so sure about any idea that was here before me. Then I was born into this third dimension, matrix, whatever this is, whatever it appears to be. And there's all these ideas and rules and society and ways to live and ideas and belief systems that were created before I was born. And then, you know, basically I'm just a kid. I'm just this open being. I have no idea how to live here. And I'm taking in all the information around me. Family dynamics, culture, TV, whatever it is at this time. And I develop my own belief systems, and I actually buy into other belief systems that were created before I was here. So I'm really curious, what is this place without all of the previous belief systems? So I just get really curious about anything I think I know or believe to be true. Because here's the thing with being curious. If I just know something, if I'm 100% sure about something, because this is what they really, especially the very academic, intellectual people that I've run into. I mean, it's not the people, it's a system. It's a system of education, academia, and putting the intellect above all other intelligences, which is quite funny, because it's like my pinky has more intelligence in it than my intellect. My body has more intelligence in it than the intellect, It's quite possibly the lowest form of intelligence if you really want to talk intelligence, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the intellect. I love my intellect. I love my personality structure. I love my mind. I love how it has been developed over the years, and I love learning and growing, and I love how it navigates me through this third dimension. It's quite brilliant, and it has its own way of doing things. We're all these brilliant creators, and the intellect's a part of that. It's just not all there is. There's so much more to it, and the intellect is meant to be informed from a higher intelligence, divine mind, physical mind, right? Physical mind is designed to experience the present moment and remember how things have happened. And the divine mind knows how things are going to happen. But what we've been trying to do with the intellect is we take the physical mind and we try to do something it was never designed to do, which is control and know how things are going to happen. So we're always trying to plan everything ahead and control everything, and it's based in fear, because I have to be okay, I have to be safe, I have to make sure I do all these things in this order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, for my life to look like this. And that's not what it was designed to do. I mean, sometimes it might get that right, but I mean, if we're really honest, like, how often does anything ever really turn out the way that we planned for it to turn out? Even just a simple day of going to the grocery store. Other things happen that we didn't plan for. So the physical mind is meant to experience the present moment and remember how things have happened. Divine mind, how things are going to happen, because it has a higher perception. It can see the chessboard, right? So it's about aligning physical mind and divine mind, and then taking guidance from that. The physical mind takes guidance and goes, oh, okay, I feel that. I know what alignment and misalignment feels like. I know when I'm getting information from my high self, my divine mind. I know what it feels like. I do. And I teach people how to know. It's very helpful. Less confusing in life. Life gets a lot less confusing. And it's like, oh, okay. And then my physical mind says, you want me to go in this direction. I don't know why. My mind knows why. Physical mind doesn't. But that's the fun part once you start surrendering into that, because then everything kind of starts to unfold for you. And the physical mind says, the intellect, the personality structure says, okay, I'll do that. Let me take action. Here's how I navigate this in the third dimension. 1, 2, 3. Let me go that way. And it's less of a control and more of a surrendering and allow it to unfold, because I don't quite know what's happening on the other end of that. I just know this is the action steps I'm taking. And when you take aligned action, things just kind of unfold for you in this magical sort of way. So connection to mind, physical mind. So as I'm operating and practicing that as much as possible, I stay curious. Because if I know, all right, we're going back to staying curious. If I know something 100%, all right, well then I'm right. And I lock out any possibility of learning any new information or something that may be more true. So I can stay curious. Like, I might believe something 99%, but there's still that room where it's like, oh, what else can I see about this thing, whatever I think I know or believe to be true, that I might even have a more complete understanding about this thing in a more true way. So staying curious, it really opens me up in that experience to experience new things. And experience maybe something old in a new way. Now that's kind of fun. Where it's like, oh, look at this. It's the same old thing. However, oh, look at this new piece of information that dropped in. I didn't see this before. And I can see it differently, and it changes everything. And that's kind of what I was saying before. Like, it's a 360, and maybe you're back where you started, but you actually went up a level. Whew. And you just re-know stuff. In fact, could be as we shift from this heavy, dense third dimension into a more fourth density experience, which is where we're shifting, right? The planet, the new paradigm, the new reality, whatever you want to call it. Maybe everything must be reknown. Like the pieces that we're trying to take with us in the old way of doing things, maybe it doesn't work in the new reality. I've been seeing these things, I think I did a live on it last week, where I've been seeing these things where people are talking about like nothing, like the things they used to really enjoy in life, they don't enjoy anymore. Everything's a little dull, everything's a little empty, nothing's fulfilling. And it's going around. If you've been experiencing that, you're not alone. And when I was hearing these people talk about that, you know, they were talking about the matrix and breaking through the matrix, like it was something outside of them, right? And that's understandable. I can see why people would think that. I'm not so sure about that. But that's for another live. And what I've realized is, to be more true, is I'm already in the new reality. I'm in the new paradigm. And my physical mind is experiencing the present moment, but it also remembers the old timelines, the old paradigms that only exists now in the idea, because I'm somewhere new, but the idea of the old still exists. The experience was real, don't get me wrong. The experience was real, but the idea is not real. The part experienced that, but now that experience is over and the idea is still held as an identification, right? Because that's what the physical mind does. And so I was, and many other people I see, attempt to bring the old way of doing things into the new reality because they don't know they're already in the new reality. The frequency has already shifted. We think we have to do things or do this or just like, no, we actually did shift. Whatever you needed to do, it happened, probably without us really fully realizing it. Which is what is kind of fun, actually, when you start to realize that maybe you're already in the new reality, and the way the life isn't fulfilling is because we keep trying to do things in the old way that don't exist anymore in the frequency. Remember the 360, go up a level, new frequency. Well, it's a new frequency, so these things, it's like a magnet. This it can't really exist in there anymore, so there's this push and and we're trying to fit it in there, and it doesn't quite work. And there's some growing pains with that, right? It can be uncomfortable. And there's some parts of ourselves that really helped us in life, even if we don't really prefer them, right? Some of those fear-based beliefs that really kept us safe and helped us survive, this crazy world. The intellect's, the personality structure is quite genius. It's brilliant. It really figures out how to survive. But, the thing is, that can't go with me. I'm already here, and these are coming up to be seen, to be reknown, to be curious about, to go, man, is that what I really think I know and believe to be true? Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's something new. And once I open up to that possibility, I stay curious, and I move into that possibility of what it might be beyond what I know, the unknown. I can experience the unknown. And once I experience the unknown, the intellect receives the information. Remember, because the intellect can only remember how things have happened and experience the present moment. So it must experience something to know it. So you can't experience something new with the old idea. It's just the old idea. We got to be curious and let that go. And maybe that's not so true. And then some new information comes through. We experience something in a new way. Right? It's the old saying of knowledge is experience. Everything else is just information. So I know about it. Can read all the books in the library and I just know about it. But I don't know it until I experience it. And that's why I come on here and I will talk to you guys about what I'm experiencing and what I have experienced over the years and what I'm experiencing now. And I stay very curious, and I'm not quite sure, and I'm experiencing this now, and I share this now, and I share these codes now. And then this is the truth that I speak in this way, and then I'm curious about that, and I see how I can maybe make that even more true or more simplified, and I share the codes. As I move through the old paradigm and I let go of what I thought I knew and believed to be true, and old codes based in fear-based beliefs and separation from the divinity and separation from self and my true core frequency, I integrate it. I every time I do that, I alchemize it, bring it back to its true natural state. And then I have the codes on how to do that. It's just in my system. So every time I speak, it's not just the words I'm speaking. It's when I'm speaking, I'm singing the words, I'm singing the codes for anybody that wishes to grab them and put them in there. And then those codes are there, and you may have a new experience. If you stay curious, you may have a new experience. The codes are there. Boop. Oh, that's what that is. Intelligence informs the intellect. You have the experience of that new thing. Now you've become this new thing, and you get to experience that, and you get to move forward in that. So staying curious about everything really it's such a key, and it's such a foundation for this work and spiritual growth. So stay curious, my friends. Love you. Thanks for hanging around, Jenny. Bye. If you like this dope ass shit that I'm laying down, like, subscribe, and share. New Paradigm Healing, baby. Love ya.